Is fasting safe for diabetics? Fasting is one of the healthiest things you can do for your body. It can help reduce inflammation, promote you to live longer, help with weight loss, and prevent you from developing diseases such as type 2 diabetes and obesity. But what if you already have diabetes? Is fasting safe? The first thing that I want to say is that if you have diabetes or any underlying health condition at all, you need to talk to your doctor first before starting any fasting regimen. You'll likely be on medications such as insulin shots or pills, and these might need to be adjusted when you start fasting. So the first step is always to talk to your doctor. That being said, fasting can be safe if you are diabetic, but only if you have type 2 diabetes. Type 2 diabetes means that your body is resistant to the insulin that's present in your body. Now, insulin is released when we eat food, especially when we eat high carbohydrate, high sugar foods, we get a lot of insulin released. Now, that insulin helps break down the circulating sugar in our blood. If you're type 1 diabetic, your body does not produce enough or any insulin at all, which means you need to take in insulin from outside in order to have insulin available at all whatsoever. Insulin for type 1 diabetic is essential. If you do not take insulin, you will die. For type 2 diabetic though, the body produces insulin. In fact, the body produces plenty, but your body is resistant to that insulin, meaning no matter how much circulating insulin you have, which means even though there is insulin available, your cells are resistant to taking it in. So that's why we treat type 2 diabetes by giving insulin shots so that there's a higher concentration of insulin to enter the cells. Taking insulin for type 2 diabetes is only really managing the symptoms. It is not healing the underlying condition. Fasting can be one of the ways which we can start to heal the underlying problem of insulin resistance and actually get to a place where we're healthy again and where we don't need insulin. A lot of doctors promote fasting for diabetes. One of the most notable ones is Dr. Jason Fung, who uses fasting in his clinic to treat people and actually cure them from having type 2 diabetes. Now, please remember that even though research does support this, it is really important that you speak to your doctor and that you work with a doctor who is knowledgeable of fasting and who is supportive of fasting and that knows of your specific circumstances. If you're taking insulin and you start fasting on your own, it can be really dangerous because your insulin levels will be out of whack and it can cause all kinds of damage in your body. So yes, fasting can be safe for type 2 diabetics, but make sure that you speak to your doctor and that you're put on an insulin level that's appropriate and a diet that's appropriate for you and your individual circumstance.